is true that you can work on your physical body, and yet that can help you mentally and be more like stable, I guess, or more, I guess, upbeat throughout the day. You also have to work on your spiritual side, because I think we're made with a body and a spirit, and there is no way we can just work on one aspect and forget about the other one.
Mm-hmm.
So I think having a good balance is pretty cool. Um, but I guess going to another one, which is the hardest thing, I think that's what I struggle with, and it's being consistent and
Mm-hmm.
developing an actual habit. Because I'm gonna share a little bit about myself. I can have like 2 months where I'm like totally committed to working out, to prayer and stuff, and then out of the sudden there's like I hit like a slump where I just like, nope, I'm not going, and start getting gaining weight or not waking up, and like
Mm-hmm.
my so what I was going to ask you, is there a way, maybe with your knowledge, in which you can maintain kind of like a consistency of motivation, maybe not getting burnout? Because what happens to me sometimes, I get and I just go like every day to the gym, and then maybe need some days off. So,
Yeah.
based on your experience, how can you become consistent with it?
Yeah. I think overall, number one is make sure you have like an overall purpose of why you're doing it too. Like have a ultimate goal or have goals set. And I think that initially will help you get started and get that consistency going more, because it's really hard to work out if you're don't have like a good goal of why you're doing it. That's something I even struggle with now, because working out's like my whole life, where it's like it's hard when I'm like not training for something. If I'm just like working out just to work out, I get super bored of it and I get burnt out on it because I'm in the weight room every single day. So for me, it's really finding that ultimate goal. Okay, what am I working towards? What am I trying to do? And then I have a huge purpose of, okay, now this is why I have to get up and start my workout. I think that's a good start. When it comes to consistency, is I like to, set out a plan, and kind of write it out and be like, hey, I'm going to take this hour and I'm going to devote that to working out. And I'm going to write what my workout is down. And I tell myself, if I wrote it down, I have to do it. So like if I write the workout down and I put all these sets and reps and stuff and I get going, I'm like, wow, I really don't want to do it. I hold myself accountable to it because I wrote it down on paper. I have to do it. So that me and my buddy who I used to work with, we would always tell ourselves like, hey, if we wrote it on paper, we got to do it. So it would always hold us accountable during the workout to like not skip out on stuff and not try and like fast forward through the workout or anything like that. So that was something that helped us out a ton. And then definitely finding that routine too. Finding that routine of, okay, hey, on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I'm going to go work out at 6 a.m. and blah, 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 and then go through on without my day. And then maybe Tuesdays and Thursdays, I work out at 8 a.m. because I can sleep in a little bit. So it's not as early, but still early enough where, I'm waking up, I'm getting a workout in, I'm still starting my day. But I'm staying consistent. But if you can't work out every day or you don't want to, that's fine. I think getting as little as 2 workouts a week of like 45 to 60 minutes is going to be great for people who are just starting or people who are even at a moderate workout pace too. But if you can get at least like 3 times a week, that's plenty. I think that's good enough, especially, people are busy. People have lots of stuff going on, and definitely understand that. But you can always go for a 30-minute walk, go for a little walk around the neighborhood and things like that. But just trying to make time for it too. That's tough too, is, we can always find reasons why not to do it. It's sometimes hard to find that reason why. So it kind of goes back to your goals again, making sure you relate to your goals. I think something that helps too is to like tell people about it, like tell a friend, tell, a family member or something. And then like, I would even ask them like, hey, check in on me with this, see if I'm still doing it, kind of hold me accountable or something, like I'll tell like, if I was doing something, I would tell my dad like, hey, make sure I'm doing this, be on me a little bit about it. Like, don't be afraid to call me out, things like that too. Cause I think it kind of holds you accountable. And sometimes you need that a little bit. Like, hey, did you get your workout today? Oh no, I didn't. And it might be like, okay, I'm gonna get it tomorrow, or like, and then it just might be like a contagious thing. But, kind of like you're saying, you can get burnt out. I think it's okay to take rest days too, just make sure, that rest day doesn't become the new habit, like say like, hey, I'm going to plan my rest day for here. And then I'm going to wake up and get a workout going. I think it's very important to, plan. I think planning is a big thing. I think that helps with consistency for sure. Planning to go work out, and then I think once you get going, you're good to go. So
That's awesome. Because you mentioned like amazing things. It's funny because how it relates to what I'm thinking, because I am very interested in the aspect of working out and developing that consistency, but also on the spiritual side, it is very similar to what you just said. You said having a purpose. There's
mhm,
no way or no possible reason that it would make sense to get up at 4:30 a.m. if you don't have a bigger purpose than just like, what I'm saying? Like
absolutely.
that would be stupid if you ask me. Wake up before 3 a.m. You don't have a bigger purpose, then that makes no sense.
hmm
You're crazy. If you have a bigger purpose, then it makes sense. And same for the gym. If you have a bigger purpose, if you're preparing, I guess, like you were saying, for you, it used to be preparing, I guess, for a football game, or like, like for me, it was as well. Like I struggle with it as well. Like, hey, why am I working out? Is it because I'm preparing for a golf tournament, which a lot of people
Yeah.
think golf, you don't need to work out, but I do think that you need to.
hmm
But it's having that purpose. And then another thing that you mentioned, which is amazing because it completely correlates to the spiritual side, is having someone that keeps you accountable, someone that may be critic towards you, someone that can help you when you're down, someone that's going to help you when you have that feeling of, I'm going to skip, there's no way I'm getting up today. Someone that can tell, hey, dude, we said it, we wrote it down, let's do it, come on, I'm with
hmm
you, I got your back. I think that's amazing because that's what we're trying to do here in this channel. I mean, obviously, it's virtually, it's a little bit kind of less personal, but our idea is to be over ourselves, over our hands, wherever we are. I mean, we have like the Bible studies and different resources and tools to help other people kind of feel like we can keep them accountable and they can keep us accountable. So I actually was just talking yesterday with a friend that I made here in Kansas, and he was telling me about a few things that he's struggling with. And it's funny because I'm struggling with kind of like the similar thing. So we were just like, hey, let's come up with 4 or 8 things where we can like work on these things and keep each other accountable. But we're talking
hmm
about the spiritual side. So it's kind of cool that you mentioned that, because it is also, if you want to become consistent, having a habit in the, I guess, physical aspect of life, you need that accountability partner, which I think that's cool. That's awesome.
Definitely.
Hi! If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, ring the bell, and share with your friends. Bye!